Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gamer Milk, where we play games 15 years or older. It's me, Stick Bob, and I am joined by
Mr. Stray. That was pretty good.
Yes.
That's pretty good, Stick Bob. That's better than me last week.
It's better than you.
Oh, why? Okay, well, you weren't supposed to agree with me, you know.
As long as it was better than yours.
All right, yeah. Okay, can we? How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
We don't care about how you feel right now.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I was playing Minecraft, Minecraft a while ago. I was wondering, how is it so easy to get diamonds lately?
I know where this is going, and I hate you. But I'll go along with it. Yeah, no, like diamonds is so easy, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very easy nowadays.
Like diamond.
You know what else involves diamonds?
What?
The game we played.
No way.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
No. I hate you. Why did we let you host this episode? Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was released in 2006. It is a role-playing video game developed by Game Freak, published by the Pokémon Company and Nintendo for the Nintendo DS. Oh. It's two separate games, aren't they? And we played Diamond?
Yeah, we played Diamond.
We could have played either, but we played Diamond, which is supposed to be the first one. So I just can't get over that segment. That was just it was brilliant.
Yeah, at least I managed to call myself by the right name.
Okay.
I'm never letting that go.
See, I'm just going on Discord looking for a new podcast co-host. So we played Diamond and Pearl, released in 2006, so it is 16 years old. Games 2007, we played, like Sick Bob said in that brilliant intro, we play games that are 15 years older. This is 16, so this is the newest games that we have played. Actually, this is the newest game that we have. Wait, Spider-Man older than this?
I don't know.
Spider-Man 3 was 2007. Spider-Man 3 is older than this game. And the graphics is a big difference. Also, it's Game Boy and DS.
Yeah, so, it's two different devices.
Yeah,
of
course it's gonna look different, but we gave Spider-Man 3 our gamer badge approval, gamer milk approval. We got, it's pretty hard to beat Spider-Man, isn't it?
Yeah,
and I gotta bring it up every episode now. Have you watched any of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
I'm gonna get in so much trouble if I say anything.
Okay, you better not. But I watched Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man last night without even thinking about it. I just watched it because I had nothing else to watch, and it's on Netflix. So
you're just bored.
Yeah, and the movie holds up. So good. Like, it's like so violent compared to the other Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. We'll watch something. Yeah. I'll watch them tomorrow.
Okay, you don't have to watch all of them. The second one's my favorite, and if you hate the second one, I will have to kill you.
I just won't watch it then. I can't hate it if you don't watch it.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe we should do that, where we both watch a movie within a week, and then we review it.
Yeah.
But
Theater Milk.
Yeah, we'll have the worst movie. Movie milk. Oh, that sounds weird.
Cinema milk.
Yeah. Theater milk. Yummy. Okay, so this is a 2D 3D game. It's a top-down 3D game, I would say. But it's not really 3D. Yeah. I don't know where to put this. It's a mix between 2D and 3D. It pops out.
One of those games that uses 2D to make it look 3D.
Yeah, they use point of view to make it look 3D. Yeah, okay. So we'll classify this as a 2D game. Top-down 2D game.
Like a 2.5D.
2.5D. This is a 2.5D game. And you play as not Ash. You don't play as Ash Ketchum. You play as whatever you name your character. So, what did you name your character?
I named my Stick, of course.
Wow.
Why wouldn't I?
We went separate directions.
You can also choose whether you have a male character or a female character.
Did you choose female?
I was tempted for the hair, but that was it.
For the hair. Okay, so we chose male.
I have longish hair, okay?
My character was named Bacon.
Bacon.
I thought about it for hours of what I was going to name him. It was Bacon.
Oh, hours?
Yeah. Stuff doesn't come to me right off the spot.
Okay, it took me 3 seconds and you 3 hours.
Yes. I came up with that legendary name. It took most of my IQ to come up with it, but I named it Bacon. Now you also get to name your best friend.
Oh no, what have you named it? Oh, them.
You
No,
got
it's trying to
what did you name him?
Stray.
Stray? Hey,
Yeah.
I'm your best friend.
I never said best.
Oh, well, it's the best friend in the game. So you're my best. I'm your best friend inside the game. Wait. Okay. So just
You're
a
my
little
virtual
just
best
little
friend,
spoilers. Your best friend kind of becomes your worst enemy inside the game.
We are on like half enemy terms, so
Yeah, I guess. Wow. Well, I named mine. You'll never guess what I named it.
cheese.
What?
Cheese.
Oh. Bacon and cheese?
Yeah.
Try eggs.
That is a way better combo than cheese.
Bacon and eggs is what I named us. Okay. That took a lot longer time to come up with as well. It took about 5 hours to come up with that name. And wait until we tell each other our Pokemon's nicknames. What was your Pokemons that you had?
I had a Chimchar, a Starly. I also had a Zubat and a Geodude. Before I lost a bunch of progress, I also had a Bidoof. Sadly, the Bidoof, he didn't make it.
R.I.P. Bidoof.
Okay, moving on.
Did you nickname them?
I think I would call them Bidoofus.
So I had a Starly, which I evolved into it's like a Starvia or something.
Staravia, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I named it.
Confusing name.
10,000 IQ name. I named it Birdie.
Wow, so
Now,
creative.
my Piplup, which I evolved all the way to its Emperlon. Its name, that was my starter. Its name is Pain Space Gooin. Penguin.
Penguin.
Which I think that was pretty clever.
First name Pain, last name Gooin.
Yeah, so it caused pain. It was a tank. It's like I had it at level like 44 or something. Then I had a Geodude and I named it Da Rock. Duh Space Rock. This is my poor Pokemon. I had a Machop, another rock type, and I named it Ka-Chow.
Wow. So creative.
I had a Ponyta, and I named it Mr. Ed. Now, I have a reason, okay? So there's a show called Mr. Ed, and it's about a horse who talks. No, a horse is a horse, of course. Nobody can talk to a horse, of course, unless, of course, that horse is a famous Mr. Ed. Okay? It's an old show about a talking horse, and that's why I named it Mr. Ed. I had an Abra, which Stick Bob is probably jealous of.
Yes, I spent 3 Pokeballs on that guy once.
I got it to a Kadabra. It can also evolve to a Alakazam, which I did not get it to, but it evolves to a Kadabra. I named it Stick Bob, just to spite you.
What's your this? What is your is it because I got jealous?
I called it Stick Bob when I caught it. When I caught it, I was like, what should I call this? I was like, Stick Bob wants an Abra, so I'm gonna name it Stick Bob, just to spite you. And before that, the Pokemon that I replaced it with was a Clefairy, and it was called Jello. Those were.
It was one of the more creative nicknames.
What do you mean? Penguin. Oh yeah, Stick Bob is a tank. You helped me through so many fights, Stick Bob.
That's because I'm a psychic.
Yeah, you're a psychic Pokemon, which is just OP. Pokemon, if you don't know, is a game where you catch these weird animals. I think they came down from an asteroid. That's what I started watching the show, the Pokemon show. The first season from 1997, Pokemon Indigo League. And there's a thing that happens with the Clefairy Pokemon which they think that Pokemon came from an asteroid that hit Earth from meteorite. And that's how the Pokemon came here billions of years ago inside of, this land. Did you watch the show at all?
I've watched like some of them. I watched like part of Indigo League, like the first half.
Was that
I
this
watched
week?
some of the one
Was that this week or a while ago?
quite a while ago.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've just been binging the first season. I don't know what. There's like 50 something episodes in it. And I'll talk about it later. But did we finish this game?
I did not finish the game.
All right. Well, I did not either. So we're kind of on a roll here of not finishing games. I'm getting on my own little streak now. This game is like, I would say this game's about like 15-hour game or something, 10-hour game. Because yeah, you kind of have to grind. You want to get, no, you don't have to really grind. You could just like speed run the entire thing. But I would say it just takes a while because there's a lot of walking stuff, and then you run into
A lot of
Pokemon.
tall grass.
Yeah, if you walk into tall grass, you run into Pokemon, and you have to fight them. You get a list of moves. You can level up your Pokemon that you catch. You can catch Pokemon by throwing Pokeballs at them, capturing them if you're lucky. And then you can raise them and train them and level them up. Maybe they'll evolve if they have an evolved form. Yeah, that's about it. That's Pokemon. You try to be the very best, like no one was before, and you travel across the land.
Searching far and wide.
Yes, yes. I was waiting. Pokemon. Wow. So you start off as, well, I'll say it from the point of view as my character. You start off as Bacon. You have a loving mother. I do not know the mom's name. I don't even know if she had a name. I didn't pay attention. Most of the words at the beginning, I kind of skipped through it. And then after a while, I started actually reading the text because you need the text in order to get through the game. You go to the Professor. I don't know if he's Professor Oak. I know in the movie, in the show, he's Professor Oak. I don't think this is the same story, so I don't know.
Not Professor.
Okay, it's not Professor Oak. Well, you find a
Briefcase, I think.
Yeah, you find a briefcase, right? What Pokemon are in the briefcase?
Yeah. I believe it's a Turtwig, a Chimchar, and a Piplup.
Yes, there's a grass type, Turtwig. There's a fire type, Chimchar, and water type, Piplup. Who was your starter?
I chose Chimchar.
Chimchar, fire type. Looks like a monkey, right? Tell us about Chimchar.
Okay. Looks like a little fire monkey. So he's a fire type, and his species is a chimp Pokemon. Base health of 44 with an attack of 58.
That's pretty good. He does more attack than he has health.
Hopefully did not go to a Pokemon database for that information.
Let's be honest here. Nobody chose grass type Turtwig.
No.
If you're out there and you choose Turtwig, leave. I chose Piplup.
You chose the little penguin.
Okay, hold up. I have reasoning. I almost chose Chimchar because fire type is OP, okay? But Piplup is a penguin, and penguins are my favorite animal.
You abandoned the monkeys.
Yeah. I did not return the monkey. I chose Piplup, and Piplup turns into Prinlup and Impeleon. And I reached all 3 stages. So I fully evolved him to his final form, and Stickball, if you look up Impeleon, whatever, Piplup's final form, he looks so cool. When I actually evolved him yesterday while playing, and I didn't know he had a 3rd state. And let me tell you, the dude is a tank. He one-shot almost everybody that I went up against, no matter who they were. They're a fire type. Of course, water is better against fire. Against grass type, against rock, of course, rock is weak to water, so I beat all those. So I think water might be the most OP for the starter. I'm sorry to the the Chimchar, but I think Piplup is probably the most powerful out of all of them. But also, I can't say that fully because I didn't get to play as the others. Does Chimchar evolve?
Yes. So Chimchar evolves into Monferno, who evolves into Infernape.
Oh my goodness, the final. You guys can look up these Pokemon if you don't know them either. I don't know a lot of Pokemon, but Chimchar definitely has a really cool final evolve.
You know, look at Infernape. Look how cool he looks.
Infernape does look cool. Did you look up mine?
Yeah. Well, I can see I can see the entire Pokedex.
So I think we chose the two best starters. I don't think Turtwig. We're just hating on Turtwig here. I don't think Turtwig is good.
Yeah, Turtwig sucks.
But
If
yeah,
you pick Turtwig, you are bad.
you're just bad. You know this game won best hit award in 2007 2006. Best hit award with Final Fantasy 12, I think that is. For Game of the Year award.
That's cool.
Now, the music, it is a Pokemon game. All Pokemon games have good music, I will say that. The audio quality is good. This is the DS. The DS is, they started moving into some pretty good. I think on Game Boy Advance and stuff, they started moving into some good audio quality for the handheld systems. And I really like the audio for, I didn't like the audio for Spider-Man 3. The Spider-Man 3 was on the Advance. I didn't like the audio though. I said the music was fine, but the punching audio was bad. But you have so much game audio and music in this. It is insane.
I quite like the music.
Yeah.
I just vibe to it the entire time.
There is a vibe to it. Like I said about Mario Sunshine, how I could listen to a Spotify playlist, I could listen to just like a basically it's like a lo-fi playlist in this game. I could listen to this entire game while studying or something. The game is good on that front with its audio and music, and you really need to listen to it to know like what we're talking about. There's so many different types of music, and this is on the DS, so they had a lot of room to put it on. Compared to other Pokemon games, they probably didn't have as much music. It was probably mostly the same song over, but this, every time you enter a new area, you get different songs and stuff. Every time you enter a gym, you get different songs, and you're supposed to collect 8 gym badges in order to win and go against the final 4, I think. I got 5 of the gym badges, and they're really hard. It gets really hard after like the first 2 to find the gems because you have to do like mini games, and you don't have to do mini. You have to run around and do stuff, and it gets a little annoying. Now, the animations in this game, we kind of talked about how this is a 2D top down, 2.5D top down. What is your preference on the animations for these compared to like the other games that we played that are also 15 years and older?
I think for the style it was like taking with like the top down view, trying to look 3D but with 2D.
Kind of trying to.
I think it looks quite good.
No, it does. The game does look amazing, and they also remade this game. I think Shiny Diamond or something, Shiny Pearl, Shimmering
I think
Diamond.
it was Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl.
It's something like that. They remade this game
Yeah.
recently,
Brilliant
I
Diamond
think.
and Shining Pearl.
Okay, was that for the Switch?
I believe so. It remade the game and made it like actually 3D.
Brilliant Diamond, yeah. 2021, November 19th of 2021. So this was 2 years ago. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about it. This is our first episode being recorded in 2023, by the way.
We haven't recorded since last year.
You stole my joke! How dare you steal my joke? I was gonna. We haven't done this podcast in a year. You just stole it. You're on thin ice, Stick Bob. You're on thin ice. Yeah, the animation is really beautiful. The Pokemon look really good in this game. It becomes like actual like pixel art when you enter a battle with the Pokemon. Which I do like how it switches from that to 2D to the Pokemon regular style and everything, and it's really the controls are easier than Super Mario Sunshine because
Yes.
it's you don't really need to do parkour. There is some moments where it's kind of like parkour. You have to do like a mini game in a gym where you press buttons. But
There's no annoying floob talking to you all the time.
yeah, no fluid. We kind of already mentioned this. Do the graphics hold up? I think they do. To a certain point. For a 15-year-old game, the graphics hold up. So now, really, they aren't the greatest. But I do think the pixel art holds up about with the Pokemon. I think that is beautiful, and everybody who worked on that, great job. Great job on the Pokemon art. This game was a year after I was born. So yeah, I say great job on the pixel art, the animations. I don't really like the new style that they did when they remade it. I do not really like that style. I'd rather play this DS one than the new one. And also because I like the look of old games as well, so I'm a little biased on that. Or would you choose this one or the new one for like the looks?
It kind of depends, like, what you're going for with it. But if you want what looks like visually better, Brilliant Diamond.
Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Pearl have the better looks.
Yeah,
But if
like,
you're going for more
pleasing my eyes.
like what in your eyes?
Pleasing.
A what?
Pleasing my eyes.
Pleasing? What kind of word? Oh, pleasing, like pleasing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yes.
said pleasing. Okay, so yeah,
Pleasing.
pleasing to the eyes. Moving on. The graphics I think hold up for being 15 years old.
I think they look quite good.
You would say yeah, they do hold up.
Yeah, they're
For
good. They
being
hold up.
yeah, for being a 15-year-old, it's on DS. Got a favorite part of this game?
Definitely not the exploration. That was not my favorite.
Yeah, I do kind of hate running into
Probably the fights that I like the most.
the fighting. Okay. I like
Yeah.
it's between the art style and the music, and I think I'm gonna have to choose the music. Music
Good
is
choice.
good choice. Thank you. I was looking for your approval on that one. Thank you, Master Stick Bob.
Big pop stamp of approval.
He got the Stick Bob stamp of approval. We already talked about the music. The fighting, yeah, the fighting's pretty. It's classic Pokemon. It's what they've been reusing for a long time. It's the regular Pokemon fights. You have a least favorite part of the game? Oh wait, well you kind of do. You said what was it?
The exploration.
Yes, big problem with exploration. What is your problem with it?
It gets annoying after a long time. Like, it gets annoying after like 5 minutes of it.
That
You're
is
constantly running into wild Pokemon.
that is so true. I hate the part where you're forced to run into the wild Pokemon, but that's standard RPG where you're forced to fight enemies. And I really hate the trainers that are laid everywhere. You get tired of them after like the first 3 fights.
Mm.
But that's an RPG for you. All RPGs have that like style where you run into enemies that you do not want to fight at the time. Turn-based RPGs and stuff, which this is a turn-based. My least favorite part, I'm gonna have to say, my least favorite part is the lack of creativity. Do you know where I'm going here, Stick Bub?
Mm.
What I mean by lack of creativity is they been doing the same Pokemon idea over and over. I don't know what number Pokemon game this is, but they've reused the same idea. You start off in your base, get your Pokemon, you get your Pokemon starter, then you go out and you get the badges and you become the very best like no one was before. And I kind of feel like they just are milking it over and over. It's the same game over and over and over for every Pokemon game. This isn't my first Pokemon game, so I know what it's like. Is this your first Pokemon game?
It is not.
Ooh, what is your first Pokemon game?
Several years ago, I used to play Pokemon Red and Gold on the Game Boy Color.
Is that the first Pokemon game?
Yes, it is.
And is it just like this? Is it just like this Pokemon game?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, see, they reuse the same. It's just a reskin. That's all it is. A reskin.
Yeah.
A little bit different
stuff,
Pokemon.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just like I don't understand really fans who like this game, Pokemon games a lot. Like the game is fun, but you can only have so much Pokemon. until you're like, it's the same thing. It's like people who play FIFA or NBA games. It's the same game over and over. I don't know why you buy it every year. That was a little bit of a switch after like glorifying this game and everything. I bet that caught people off guard. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Gold, and I think that was pretty good. Pretty good game. That was on the Game Boy. I have it on 3DS, as the virtual console thing or whatever. It was like $5, so I got it. Is the game good? Yes, this game is fun. It has its parts where it's lame. It is a good game, I would say. It has many things going for it. I think it is a good game. What do you think, Stick Bob?
Yeah, I think it's a good game. Overall, good game, but if you go into all like the nitty-gritty of it,
Now, this is the part where we get to vote if this is if we're going to give this our gamer badge approval, gamer milk seal of approval to where you guys should play this game. If me and Stick Bob disagree, we have a veto that we can use every 10 episodes. So far, this is episode 4. Stick Bob, do you give this your gamer milk seal of approval that other people should play this game?
I say yes, but don't like play a bunch of them, like a bunch of different Pokemon games, as well as it goes by.
Now, I am going to. So you give it a yes. So now it leaves it up to me if this is a yes or if this is a no. I have to give this a no.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
It's a beautiful game. The music is beautiful, but the thing is, I'm going to say no for the reason that you can pick any Pokemon game and play it besides Arceus. Arceus is where they branched off from the standard Pokemon thing. Oh, and Pokemon Stadium. I like Pokemon Stadium. But Pokemon Arceus is an open world. I played a little bit of it. It is pretty fun. You could just pick up any Pokemon game. Pick the one that you like. Pick the art that you like. If you like pixel art, if you like the 2.5D like this one, or if you like the new one, just pick the Pokemon game that you desire and play it. That's why I'm giving this a no, because it is the same reused idea over and over, and it can only take you so far. So I'm gonna say it is a no. Are you gonna use your veto, or are you just gonna leave it at a undecided?
I will leave it. But you have good reasons.
Okay. So this one is neither a yes or neither a no. I could also use my veto if I wanted to say that this is a complete no, but I'm not going to do that because I think it being an undecided to where it's a yes and a no, it's kind of where this game belongs. And there might be a game ahead of time that is going to be like this. So in the next what we have in the next 6 episodes, there might be a game that I might want to veto a no. Or a yes, so I'm saving mine. And Stick Bob probably thinking the same thing.
Yep, and find the right moment.
You're waiting for the moment. So it is decided. This is an undecided game. Would you replay this game like this week? Maybe.
If I had like some spare time that I had nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to beat this game. Just because I only need 3 more badges, so I think I can beat this game.
So you just want to go back to see if you can beat it?
Yeah, that's basically I just want to beat it. Is there an audience for this game?
Yeah, entire Pokemon.
The entirety of Pokemon, yeah, that's what I think
An entirety of the Pokemon fan base.
Yeah, and this game's not hard at all. You could literally take your starter Pokemon and probably go through the entire game as a tank if you only use your starter. We're gonna spin the wheel. It has a bunch of consoles on it, from Game Boy to GameCube, PS1, and all that stuff. It also has our special wheel, which we've decided to keep it in. So we have our special wheel. It's gonna be kept in. We've got it 3 weeks in a row, I believe. So, okay, this time we have to agree that if it gets picked, we will not. We will keep it out of the next one because there's just so many games that we need to get to.
Now fingers crossed that we don't get it.
And here we go. We have a Game Boy Advance. So we get to keep in our other thing for now. Game Boy Advance. Wow. It's probably gonna look pretty, depending on what game it is. If it's a sports game, then I'm going to die. This is going to be terrible. We have Charlotte's Web.
I never knew I had a game.
This is our first movie game. It was a movie first, and then it became a game. It's a
I've
book.
never seen that before.
Oh no, is this a point and click game? No, this game looks terrible. This is
Oh no.
no. This is oh, when was this game made?
Oh
It was
no.
released on the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo DS, and Microsoft Windows. And there's a separate version for PlayStation 2. It was published only in Europe. And thank goodness only the Europeans got this game. Wow, we're gonna be playing Charlotte's Web. I think this I'm not
Week.
this is the first game that I'm really not looking forward to play. Also because I'm probably gonna watch the movie as well. This week.
Right. Then you're gonna get me to watch it.
Yeah, the movie's really sad, so.
It was a book turned movie turned game.
Yeah, it's a book turned movie turned a live action turned game. It was animation.
All variations of it now.
Yeah, the movie is.
Nice, it's gonna be in the metaverse.
Can't wait for Charlotte to be in Marvel. Movie is really good, but I just by looking at the game, it's gonna be terrible. Thank you guys. You can check us out on anywhere where you listen to podcast, Spotify and all this stuff. I will link it in the description of this. We have a YouTube channel. We also, if you want to email us, and we are gonna start. If we get enough, we're gonna start a viewer, a listener wheel for all listeners where if you suggest a game through email or anywhere that you can contact us, even if you leave a comment, then we'll put the game that is 15 years or older on a special listener wheel, and if it spins and lands on it, then we'll spin your guys' wheel and we'll play that game. So yeah. A little bit scared of that, but thank you to everybody that listens. We'll see you next week after we play Charlotte's Web on the Game Boy Advance. You know, I think I might just play Pokemon this week. Hey, Stickbob, you want to do a challenge?
What?
If one of us somehow beats this game, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like an hour game at least. It can't, no way it's longer than an hour. But if one of us beats this game, then the other person has to do something. The person who beats it first gets to choose for the other person to do something.
I'm listening.
What do you think it should be? What do you think the bet should be?
I don't know. I'll end up saying something and regret it later.
Okay, how about this? The winner gets to choose what console we play on next week.
Okay.
So if one of us beats it, then we'll contact each other, send a screenshot that we beat it and whatever. So it's whoever sends in their picture first and says I beat it. Then they get to choose that we won't spin the wheel next week if we beat it. If we don't beat it and somehow this is the hardest game in the world, then we'll see you guys next week for another episode.
I totally cannot wait to play this game.
Yep, can't wait. This is the best game I've ever seen. The graphics are like realistic. We'll see you next week. Until then, have a great week and peace.